of the week to talk about some merch stuff, talk about some see if you guys have some video suggestions here. So let's see. A lot of stuff going on in merch. It's been a while since I made a merch video. Kind of taken about a month off of. Let me get this thing. I had taken about a month off of merch. I was kind of disheartened when a bunch of my shirts got taken down. Started playing around with ads a little bit more. And actually, surprisingly, sales had started picking up quite a bit, despite having most of my best-selling shirts, really high review shirts, taken down. So that kind of got me back into Christmas spirit, back into merch spirit, going hard again. I actually made a really good video, kind of breaking down some of the different tools and options out there for those of you guys looking to. Man, this is terrible. Yep. Some of the different tools to make shirts. I had Merch Informer, Penji, of course, onlinejobs.ph, and I'm actually going to be making a video of onlinejobs.ph, kind of breaking down different people's artwork, what you should pay people, either per design, per hour, full time. And I made a great video about it yesterday. We'll probably want to be at about an hour and a half long. And I realized at one point during the video, when I was kind of breaking down all these different programs, I paused the video. I forgot to hit resume or record again. So pretty much talked to myself for about an hour. So missed out on that, but I'm planning on remaking that video. Wanted to do a video kind of breaking down onlinejobs.ph, and then I saw Merch Ready Designs put out a new kind of software. It's really just kind of piggybacking off of and kind of copying Merch Informer's design tool, but they have a design tool very similar to Merch Informer, same price, like $9.99, $9.95. They don't give you all the analytics and the Merch University and everything else that kind of goes along with Merch. So I think Merch is still probably the better deal, but I did think they had some better, pre-made design templates and things like that. And then I kind of started toying around with MakeMerch.com as well recently. So I was going to do a video kind of breaking down Make Merch, Merch Informer, Penji, and OnlineJobs.ph. So stay tuned for that one. I was also going to do kind of a year-ending that's gone on in merch through the past year. A lot of stuff happened. We got pop sockets, we got Amazon AMS ads. Obviously, the competition has gotten a bit tougher. And the good news for newbies coming in, they've kind of lightened the restrictions on getting in. For a while, it was a year and a half waiting period to get into merch, and they seem to have kind of lightened up on that. So that's good. People are getting easier. Kind of in the merch space, T Public was acquired by Redbubble, so I think that's going to be a platform to kind of spend more time on in 2018. A lot of issues going on right now with merch in terms of people doing fake takedowns and getting other people's designs taken down. But planning on doing like a year-end kind of wrap-up for Amazon merch. Got a few other kind of design reviews and kind of where to hire designer videos coming out. And actually, if you guys have an interest in copywriting, I know copywriting is kind of like it's been kind of a hot thing for a while, but copywriting is really hot right now. And I think one of the cool things about copywriting is, and I don't say this to take any skill away from copywriters, copywriting is incredibly difficult. It's not easy. We all think we can all write, we can all throw together a blog post, but actually writing like effective copy that drives sales is incredibly difficult. But one of the things that are kind of neat about copywriting, I think, is, I couldn't sit down and practice. Like, there's so much knowledge to get to just do that. Even like design, it's something you can kind of start practicing, but it's not something that you can just hop into. There's so many tools to learn. Writing, if you know how to speak English, if you know how to write, if you know how to spell, any of us can sit down and kind of start working on our writing skills. And I think that's also really, even if you don't plan on being a copywriter, I think that's a skill we all need to have. The same way that everybody needs to have some type of sales skills. Copywriting is really just a PR article, whether it's some copy for your website, a landing page. I think that's a skill we all need to have. My buddy Jared, you guys have probably heard this story from me, but I actually met him at the gym. He recognized me from the YouTube channel. This is probably like a year and a half, 2 years ago, and came up to me and I said, hey, do you have a YouTube channel? So that's kind of how we connected. We exchanged numbers, started meeting up, once a month or so, kind of talking business, shooting around some ideas. And he was really big into copywriting. He was in this copywriting back, but it was see his evolution, and that's kind of another interesting thing. I know a lot of times with online business and things like that, we're all trying to get the passive income. We're all trying to really kind of leverage our efforts and make a lot of money off a little bit of effort, which is great and smart and cool. The downside to that, however, is I think a lot of times, we kind of tend to go after things that are difficult to make money with, trying to make that easy income. And it was kind of cool seeing Jared. I saw him first kind of get interested in copywriting. When we'd meet up, I'd see all the courses that he was taking. He would spend hours a day writing. He would do different writing exercises. He would follow copywriters. He would kind of use their work as a reference and kind of write off of that. And it was definitely nothing that happened overnight. It was months and months and months of work. And me and him had kind of lost touch for a little bit. He moved out east, and he called me the other day, and he said, I moved back east. I landed a really big client, like kind of a job that normally goes to A-list copywriters. He said, I nailed it. They're loving my work. And he's getting paid thousands of dollars per sales letter to write sales letters. And that just blew me away. He's an amazing writer, and I can see how his writing drives sales. He seems to write faster and more efficiently than a lot of writers out there. So he's going to go a long way with it. And even months, I guess he's already kind of at the point where he's not really having to go out and solicit work. It's all referrals. People are all coming to him. So it's really awesome to see kind of the success he's having with that. And it was really kind of cool to see all the hard work that went into it, and then the evolution to what he's doing right now. And I've kind of been decent at, but it's something I was going to kind of delve into a little bit more and start working on a little bit more. For you guys out there that are interested in copywriting, there's all types of sites that you can get started. You can try to go solicit your own clients. Copywriting, it is blog posts and PR articles, but more than anything, copywriting seems to be kind of more reserved for like sales letters and content on websites. And if you nail copywriting, not only can you freelance, but there are a ton of jobs out there. Hop on like Indeed or Glassdoor in your area and start looking at the like SEO specialist, copywriting, content specialist. A ton of jobs out there. They can pay really well. One other thing that's really kind of neat about copywriting, one thing that's been kind of become a bigger interest of mine lately, is the idea of remote work. So remote work is, companies who hire remote workers. You don't have to go into an office every day. You work from home. A lot of times, especially if it's content-driven stuff, you can make your own hours. So if you want to work from 12 at night till 8 in the morning, you can do that. If you want to go live in the Philippines and be on a completely different time schedule, you can do that. Typically, there's not really a set hour that you need to be in the office or creating content. So as long as your work gets done, you're good. And there's a lot of great sites out there for that. You have sites like We Work Remotely, Flex Jobs. That's kind of a paid one. If any of you guys are interested in remote work and finding remote work, let me know. I'll make a video on the topic. I'm signed up for a couple of paid sites right now, where they tend to have a little bit of higher caliber of jobs. It's not kind of like all the make money from home, get rich nonsense. Like, it's all legitimate jobs. And one thing that really kind of surprised me is the starting to see offering remote work. I think a lot of kind of bullshit offers and things like that, and very low paying things. And I'm starting to see a lot of like major companies starting to offer remote work. CVS and Walgreens offer remote work. TaxJar, who actually runs the Amazon software. So 2019, once a lot of states start insisting on collecting sales tax from all 50 states and taxes start becoming a nightmare, TaxJar has an awesome service that kind of helps streamline all that for you. So TaxJar, hiring a bunch of remote workers. I just applied for something the other day, Remote Potato. But a ton of jobs out there. If you're a programmer, developer, web designer, graphic artist, ton of opportunities out there. But even copywriters, affiliate managers, digital content specialists, if you can get good at running Facebook ads or AdWords ads, a ton of opportunities out there where you can work from home. And a lot of these companies are like super employee friendly. A lot of perks, $4,000 a year to upgrade your home office, pay your cell phone, pay your internet. and you still have kind of a lot of flexibility with where you live, where you work, the hours you work. So I know entrepreneurship and kind of working for yourself is a lot of our goals. But in a lot of senses, even if you're working for somebody else, if you can find a really employee-friendly company who gives you a lot of leeway and a lot of freedom, that can in a lot of ways be even better than entrepreneurship. I know my buddy Jared, who I was talking about, he was an entrepreneur. He had his own brick and mortar business. He was absolutely miserable doing it, and that's kind of another part of his story. I'm going to try to get him on here for a live stream. We're going to grab some Chipotle right now. I don't know if we'll want to hop on live right now, but we're definitely going to do a Google Hangouts and kind of get him on to kind of talk about his experience and his evolution, kind of going from being an entrepreneur and having a brick and mortar business that he wasn't really happy with to practicing, studying, working on his copywriting. And it wasn't overnight, but from when he actually kind of started soliciting jobs to now, I mean, overnight he's really kind of made a little career for himself. He's working his own hours. He's taking jobs that he really likes to do. So I just thought that was kind of interesting. I think a lot of us are looking to start some e-commerce business or do something on our own. And not everyone necessarily wants to be an entrepreneur. Not everybody wants all the headaches that come along with running their own business. Not a lot of people want, a lot of people don't necessarily want to deal with the payment process and the customer service aspect. So if you can develop yourself an in-demand skill, you can kind of make your own way without having to deal with a lot of that stuff. So that's kind of interesting. Trying to think what other stuff I was going to talk about today. I think I mentioned Merch Ready Designs. For any of you guys who free. I think Merch Informer offers like a 3-day free trial. Merch Ready Designs is offering a 7-day free trial, and it just rolled out their thing the other day. I just got an email about it. I'm not an affiliate for them or anything, so nothing in it for me. And I really kind of think that Merch Informer, if you're going to sign up for one of the two, is probably the better program to sign up for. But you can get a free trial if you guys want to check it out. Free 7-day trial. So check out Merch Ready Designs for that. I actually kind of hooked up with a couple interesting guys with an interesting startup, and I was thinking about making a video talking a little bit about that. If you guys have any interest, let me know if you want me to get them on the show. I'm sure they'd be happy to come on. Gentleman by the name of Alex, and he has a partner. I forget his partner's name off the top of my head. They have a new app called Phone Me, Phone Me, Phone Me app. Right now, it's only available on the Apple Store. I'm actually not an Apple user. I'm actually Android. And I got my phone up here right now. I actually got my girlfriend's old Apple phone, hence why I got a pink phone in my pocket. But there is a way, even if you're an Android user, if you happen to have a spare Apple phone sitting around, you don't need to have a data plan or a phone line connected to it. The way their service works, you really only need an Apple phone to turn yourself on and off. The calls are actually going to be routed to whatever your real phone number is. So basically what it is, very similar to like Clarity.fm. It's kind of like a 900 number. You can set a rate. So, I'm going to charge $1 per minute, or I'm going to charge $2 or $3 or $5 a minute. And if any of you guys have like a fan base on Instagram or YouTube or something like that, and people want to talk to you, you could do it for that. I know they were working with like Instagram models for a while, allowing people to call and talk to them. I could see that getting kind of weird real quick. Also, just kind of like fans, if you want to talk to your favorite YouTuber or something like that, you can connect with them through there. And any unique skill set that you have, whether it's repairing drones, or you're really good at video games, or you know how to work, 3D printers, like anything that somebody else out there might wonder about, you can set up a profile on Phone Me app. And then people can contact you and pay per minute to chat with you. I am an affiliate with them. My code is Rebels20. And if you guys decide to sign up for it, use my code. There's a perk attached to it. And what the perk is, I know if you guys want to be creators, there's kind of some extra, hey, what's up, Pam? If you guys are creators and want to do some type of consulting or want to kind of offer yourself on the phone, there is a perk that when you my code, they're going to give you $5 for every call that you get up to. I want to say it's $200. And I haven't actually activated this yet, but I'm actually going to be setting up a free 3-minute call for anyone who wants to call up and chat. You just want to say hi, you got a question to ask, whatever it is. I'm going to be setting up kind of a free code where if you want to call me up, we got three minutes free to chat on phoneme.app. Their app should be hitting the Android market, I want to say next month. Or actually probably within the next month. Like I said, right now it's only on Apple, which is why I'm carrying around this pink hippo girl phone with me. Like I said, my girlfriend's old phone. And how it works, and one thing that's kind of cool about them over Clarity. So Clarity.fm, people have to schedule a time with you. You know, it's kind of like a schedule-y type system where people can pick out a day, a time, set it up, you approve the time, and then you guys hop on a call. I think that's a cool system, but it requires planning ahead. A lot of times, maybe you just want to talk to somebody right now, or you have a quick question you want answered. One thing that I really liked about PhoneMe is they let you turn yourself off and on. So if I know for the next 2 hours I have nothing going on, and I'm open to chat with people, I can go ahead and just click a tab and turn myself on. And if something comes up and I got to take another call or I got to run out of the house, I can quickly turn myself off. So you can make yourself available and not available, and it just seems kind of like it's for both people. It's almost like an Uber. You can turn yourself on, make some money off some consulting or whatever else, turn yourself off. So again, that's PhoneMe app. My code is Rebels20. And if any of you guys, again, have some type of audience, have fans, or want to offer some type of consulting service in any area, like I said, fixing drones, fixing video games, sailing, business, anything like that, kind of an interesting service. And again, let me know if you guys want to hear from those guys, want to hear what the process of creating the startup was. I chatted with Alex on the phone the other week, and he had an interesting story. I believe they're both down in Miami. He was working in accounting, corporate accounting, wasn't really happy with what he was doing. He and his partner taught themselves how to code, coded the app themselves, and it's still in the early stages when you hop on. Huge user base yet, and they could probably, I think they still have to kind of refine things, but overall it's a really kind of cool app. And if it takes off, I always kind of like to get in on the kind of be an early adopter, get in on the early side of things. So if that's something that interests you guys, check that out. And like I said, I'd be more than happy to get them on the show and talk about what it was like learning coding, how they funded the business, what the startup was like. That could be kind of interesting. For those of you guys who are fans of Bounce Back, Life After Prison, I had him on the show a couple weeks ago. He's actually become a pretty good friend. We normally chat a couple times a week, and it's kind of refreshing. In this day and age, everybody's about text messages and emails and stuff like that. And I would normally text him or email him, so I always kind of feel like I'm bugging somebody if I call him. Nobody likes to be called anymore these days. And one day I was walking through Costco, I just shot him an email, and he calls me, and he's like, "Hey, brother, man," he's like, email, text, it's so impersonal. He's like, "Just pick up the phone and call me, man." So me and him been chopping it up a lot lately on the phone, and he's got some interesting things going on. He's kind of putting out a line of merch, getting ready to put together a website. And actually, he and Big Herc are getting together here today or tomorrow, and are going to be putting out some interesting content. So if you liked Brian from Bounce Back B or Bounce Back Life After Prison, stay tuned to his channel. He's got some good content with Big Herc that's going to be coming out soon. And I may try to get him on in the future here to talk about entrepreneurship and stuff like that. He's actually got a couple interesting kind of business projects that he's working on, that I'll kind of leave it at that, see if he wants to come on and talk about them. So yeah, I've been talking to him a little bit lately. Let's see what else is there to rap about here. Let's see where are we? You know what, guys? I was just looking at the clock. I'm gonna be pulling up in the next 2 to 3 minutes here. And like I said, I'm meeting my buddy Jared up for some Chipotle right here. We may be hopping on live here in a little bit, but at the very least, it'll be good to catch up with him. Maybe I'll make another video kind of sharing a little bit more about copywriting. And I'm definitely going to see if we can get him on for a hangout here in the near future, because he's got a lot of good info to share, and I think his evolution as a copywriter has been really kind of interesting to watch, and he's doing big things and making some good money right now with that. So I appreciate everybody who's on. I appreciate you guys tuning in and hanging with me here for a little bit, but I'm just going to be pulling up. So I'll catch you guys later on. Thanks for tuning in.